Do you guys remember last week when I told you about my brand new supercharged SeaDoo and how fast it is? Yeah, well, I fell off it and I hurt myself really bad. So last Sunday, I went for a ride in the morning to get some practice in for a race that I'm doing in August. And long story short, I fell off the RXPX and I hurt myself pretty bad. I'm sure that I've got a torn hamstring because for the last week, I've barely been able to walk and the back of my thigh is all kinds of shades of blues and purples. Basically, I was just coming into a fast left-hand turn that I've never had an issue with before. The entry speed's about 55 to 58 miles an hour. And as I threw the ski in, it just turned so sharp that I couldn't hold on and I got tossed off. I got ejected off the side and I did a couple of backflips, I think, and somehow my right leg ended up like above my head, like in the splits kind of, and I just felt something pop in the back of my thigh. And oh my goodness, it has been so painful ever since. I just get electric shocks down the back of my leg anytime that I try and put weight on it. And when I actually fell off, it was lucky there was somebody there to drag me back to my ski because it had gone like 30 feet, was in the middle of the track, and I was just there in the middle of the water, like unable to swim anywhere. So not only does it suck that I can't ride at the moment, I really can't do much of anything at all. But after being laid up on the couch for 3 days, just icing my leg, I started to go stir crazy. And so I flew around on Google Maps looking to see if there was any fun trails or places that I could check out here in town. And I found that on the California side of the lake, there's a whole lot of nothing, but through that whole lot of nothing was a cool looking off-road trail. And then I read that at the end of that trail, there's a pot of gold. Hello, bud. Look at the dong on you. Good lad. There's the female Steve Irwin at work. We're 10 minutes into the trip and already Maddie is in her element because we found multiple donkeys. Hey guys.
Date a YouTuber, they said, and you'll be walking in the middle of the desert in 157-degree weather just to get a good shot.
So I've always looked at this side of the hill because where we live in Havasu, obviously we're on one side, then you've got the lake, and then you've got like big hilly mountains, whatever you want to call them, on the other side. And I've always looked and thought, I wonder what's over there. And now we're finding out, and it's actually pretty cool. So this is a trail that leads down to a RV park, like a mobile home park. But then also there's some like very mild off-road trails. I mean, this is all obviously very nicely groomed. There's FedEx trucks is coming down here. FedEx trucks is? FedEx truck. I'm having a moment. FedEx trucks. That's really not that hard to say. That come down here. So, you know, it's definitely nothing out of the ordinary, but it is cool to be sort of out in the middle of nowhere. And look at the bloody size of that rock. So we're having frequent stops to make sure that my leg doesn't seize up on me. Like I said in the beginning, I fell off the RXPX because it's so bloody fast and it changes direction so bloody quick. Ow, that my old man muscles can't hold on to it. So
Bloody fast!
I didn't want to just sit around in the house for the week resting up. So this is a fun little trip. Come out and do something that's right on our doorstep that could be a lot of fun. I mean, you've already seen a donkey with an absolutely enormous wanger, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, you know, Maddie's happy. So when I was just flying the drone around, I spotted something that was just like out here in the middle of nowhere, and it looked like a shipping container. But actually, it is this old bus. Now, if you're a bus nerd and you can tell by looking at the front of that what it is, let me know in the comments below. It looks old. It does look very old. It has one tire left on it. All the others are all gone. I looked for a date stamp on the tire, but couldn't find anything. So if you have any idea what this might have been, then drop it in the comments. It also looks like the back half of either a trailer or the subframe from another one here. There's just all kinds of stuff. You've got old fridges, and I'm talking like really old fridges. So I'm not sure if this was a dumping ground from like the 1950s, or that's the vibe I'm getting, like, you know, 50s, 60s vibes. But yeah, it's just wild. And like, how did it get out here? Because we had to navigate up through that in the truck, which was hard enough. Like, how are you going to do it in that? It's just insane, like things that you'll find out here in the desert. And obviously people have been up here shooting off some rounds, because I mean, the whole side of the bus is just peppered. So obviously people come out here, do some shooting, which is a great place to come do it. It's a fun little adventure. Just minutes from my doorstep, and you've got crazy stuff like this out here.
Been out here.
So we just came up to what is the middle of a figure of 8 loop that you can do. We went right, but if we had gone left back there, look at that, we would have come through all of that. But luckily we've got enough diesel that we can go through that. How is this in Havasu and nobody's ever told me about it? Oh my, we're definitely coming back here to camp one night. Like, what?
This little rock. He just found a cozy little spot. He's so cute.
You can leave him there. It's just
I feel bad. I don't want to.
No, it's just funny that he's just right there.
He fits perfectly. Like.
This is kind of crazy. So there's a lot of brown rock and red rock, and then we just got to this one section where everything's green. Look at that. Look how weird that looks. I'll fact check this when I get in front of a computer, but I think it's probably got a high copper content, and the copper has oxidized and created that blue tint. Facts with Adam, they may not be right. That's our game, where we have to breathe out veggie straws, just through the veggie straw. The first one to pass out loses. Oh, I got salt on my nose now. Oh babe, I got veggie straw for you. Wow. So we find ourselves at a crossroads, and the crossroads are on here, on Onyx Off-Road. So basically it's a figure of 8. We've done the bottom half of it, almost. We could go up there, but that looks honestly to be relatively uneventful. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back this way, which is on the west side of the figure of 8. And it looks like it's quite twisty and looks quite fun. And there is a casino in our future, which is not the kind of thing you would expect. Did you not know we're going to the casino?
No.
Maddie loves the casino. So we're going to stop off there and then carry on our way through the desert It's fun though, isn't it? This wash, and we saw a donkey under this little shade tree here, and then Maddie was like, oh, he's limping, and I was like, is he? And then as we got close, he started to move. He has got a completely shattered ankle, like it's just dangling. There's not, it looks like he's broken the entire thing. So he's walking on 3 legs. Now he looks like he's doing okay, so I dare say it's probably an old injury, but it's just so sad to see him like this. So I've donated one of my cook pots from the truck. We've thrown some water in it, and I've also got some beans and stuff like that. I don't know if donkeys eat beans, but I just feel really bad, and I feel like I want to do something. We're going to go and report it now when we get to the marina. We'll tell them, because there's surely got to be someone that will come out here and find them. But I've saved the grid reference, and there's a lot of donkey poo in this area, so I'm wondering whether this is kind of where he hangs out. But yeah, it's just really sad. I know it's nature and everything, but I mean, his ankle is gone. I mean, it's just completely like just flopping around, so bless him. Anyway, here is his water right next to his poop under his nice shade tree, and yeah, let's say hopefully that'll tide him over for a little bit. He's up there like on that hill looking at us. So yeah, hopefully someone can find him and get him to a rescue or something like that, where they can either fix his leg or do something with it. But oh, that's the problem when you're such an animal lover, it's hard just to let things go. Anyway, let's feed him and be on our way. Looks like we might be getting some weather as well. Look at those clouds. So there's been 2 insane monsoons the last couple of days. So it'll be 115, 116 degrees like it is right now. And then all of a sudden, the wind just picks up, like 50-mile-an-hour winds, and then just crazy rain. Like it's the weirdest feeling to be outside in 110 plus conditions with like tropical rain, the most crazy rain. But yeah, it's called a monsoon, and they have them out here. And it looks like this weather system behind me might be moving our way, looking at the way Maddie's hair's blowing. And the one thing we do have to be careful of, actually, is we're driving through some washes down here, and they are susceptible to flash flooding. So we do have to keep an eye out on the weather. But I think we'll be all right. Nothing was forecast. I checked before we left. So hopefully we should be good. Oh, my leg. I can't wait till I can go on proper everyday adventures again. Not that this one isn't a proper everyday adventure, but oh, man. My leg is bad. If you guys have ever pulled or torn your hamstring, it's cool, huh? Need a ride, darling?
Hey guys, back to the fun person. This is what I find funny. A donkey took a dookie in here. Like, out of all places, you got up and sat on that thing like a toilet.
Go see what they do in the oasis. Hello. Is there anywhere where we can fill up water bottles by any chance?
Water bottles?
Yeah. Is there a store or anything here?
I'm not aware of anywhere for filling up water bottles on the site. I'm sorry, hon, could you please close the door?
Yeah.
Keep it open and let
No,
the
it's okay.
tarantulas and wasps in.
Oh wow.
They
Okay.
live in that tree and they like to fly into the office.
Oh really?
I have water
Oh
bottles.
amazing. Thank you so much.
I didn't realize I had those in the fridge.
That's brilliant. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my god, there's one right there.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That is a big thing.
Yeah, they're not fun. They live in that tree, so just be careful, don't get
Okay.
stung. They will hospitalize you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
one. Stay safe.
Thank you so much.
Fuck that bug.
Oh shit, did one get in?
Stop.
The wind has definitely picked up Whatever this is above us looks like it's coming through. So we are gonna height it. Oh, actually, I need to air down. I'm gonna air down like in the desert. I'm not gonna do it here while the hawky moth tarantula death wasps are. Okay, cool. Next stop will be the casino. Just letting some air out of the tires. It was fine actually doing all of that, but I was at 50 psi. I didn't change from my road pressures. What are we at? 31. So I'll probably just dip down to 25-ish. But while we're out here, I figured we'd do some temperature testing, see how hot things are. So let's do the truck. This is 150 degrees, 153 degrees Fahrenheit. Ground is 138 degrees Fahrenheit. This rock, 143. Everything is pretty warm, even though it doesn't look like it. It is definitely warm out here. So if you're new to the channel or you haven't seen the video where I just got this thing upgraded, we're doing this trip in a Ram 2500. Mine's a 2020 model. I've got 37-inch BF Goodrich KO2 tires, and then for suspension we have the Carly pin top. So it's a 3¼ inch lift. And then we've got all kinds of goodies like high and low mount steering stabilizers, got the torsion sway bar, and then what else did we do? I think that's about it for the suspension. Here's the rears, look, got the little piggyback shocks, very nice. And it's just been an absolute dream. Like before this I had Bilsteins on it and they were just sort of OEM plus, and if I came out here at 50 psi in the tires, I was on 35s, but it would have rattled my fillings out. This, even on road pressures, has just been so nice. So now that we've aired down to 25 psi, we should be magic carpet all the way to the casino.
You hear that turbo, baby?
Well, we found our little lunch spot. We've got a nice view of the lake. We can see the casino. We figure we'd stop here. I made some sandwiches this morning, have a little bit of food, and then carry on our way. You watch, we haven't seen anybody all day, but now that I've stopped in the middle of the trail, someone's going to show up. Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't try mine with things in it you don't like.
That was really good, but I don't know how you're eating that wet bread. Look how good Adam is at making some sandwiches.
So we made it, Havasu landing. We're actually just over the water from Havasu. So this is on the California side, and then Havasu, where I live, is on the Arizona side. And you can actually get a ferry that brings you across. It's $5 both ways, so $2.50 per journey. So you can come over and do some gambling and stuff. It's only a little casino, there's not much in there, but there is a little slot machine that Maddie really likes and seems to do well on. So we do have to go and pick diesel up, which means we can't stay very long, but we're at least gonna go and do a little quick tug. The truck is absolutely desperate for a detail because it's disgusting now, and also I still need to get the front bumper fixed. That is on my list. I'll probably do that this week actually, go and take it in and get that fixed. Yeah, let's go win you some money. There it is.
Here's my ID, sir.
I told everybody you always do well on this.
Remind me why we came here.
You just lost 10. Oh. There we go, this is it.
I don't have enough for another. It's okay, I'm feeling it. I just didn't want the 10, I wanted the 20.
Gamble responsibly, guys. If you have gambling addiction, if you're affected by anything in today's episode, call the gambling hotline below, 1-800, stop spending your money on silly games.
So like, see, now I made it to the 7 free plays.
Whoa.
So I'm not ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoa. 51 bucks, $21 profit. Well done, babe. Dinner's on you. I told you, every single time we come, she ends up winning. So you spent 30 and won 21.
Yeah.
That's not bad going.
I mean, can't complain 5 minutes inside the casino.
Right? Look at that little golf cart. That's so sick. Looks like a little spaceship.
It's freaking vintage.
We should get one of those. I did tell you at the start of the video that there was a pot of gold at the end of the trail, didn't I? And I do think that I've got to take Maddie to Vegas to see just how far we can get her luck to stretch. Anyway, what a fun little trip that ended up being. And isn't it amazing the things that you can find right on your doorstep sometimes? And now that I've explored that side of the lake, I'm really excited to go and see some of these other trails in the area. And if you are a local here in Havasu, please let me know in the comments if you've got suggestions on other ones that I can try or other cool places out here that I might not know about. And I am absolutely loving the new 50-gallon Titan fuel tank. So I topped off before we headed out, which ended up being 30 gallons. And after all of that driving that we did, the needle hadn't even budged off of the full line. So if you do a lot of long road trips or you go through states with expensive fuel, then I honestly cannot recommend this upgrade enough. Alrighty, thank you for watching this week, guys. Thanks for bearing with me while I get this leg fixed up. I was supposed to be racing in a few weeks' time, and I would still absolutely love to, but I'm just not sure if I'm going to be able to make that happen. So keep your fingers crossed for me. I'll catch you next week. Stay safe, be good people, and most importantly, remember, until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya. That'll do.